In previous two videos we achieved this, and without images it is not looking good. So today we achieved this. Hey guys, welcome. This is Jokhio. So those guys who are joining us today, this is part 3 of this series jsoup. I'm converting my website, my blog into Android app. You can convert your also. For better understanding, watch previous two videos. We are using jsoup blocks for Sketchware Pro. Okay, to continue, we will look into source code. So here we want to get thumbnail and identify this is the thumbnail link, and it is placed in a element with this special class. So we will copy it and go back to our sketchware. There we will create a new element. Name it post image E. From parent element post, get first a element with class thumbnails in best. There is no text, so we will use another block element to string. And there is no way to directly get the links, so first we will see that element in a text view to determine what to do next. For that, in custom view we will add a text view and show that our got a element in that text view, so we can examine it. Okay, so from that element we want a style element. So style is CSS, and jsoup is not CSS parser, it is HTML parser. Now setting up the CSS parser will be another work. So instead of doing that, we will use an alternative method. We will substring that string to fetch only URL. So from here I will copy the text which I want to match to in the string to get it is index where it starts from, and in the sketchware we need a new temporary string. First we will store the data there, and using substring block we will trim it to the URL only. Okay, so we know that our link starts from that point which we have pasted there, but where does it ends? it ends here where bracket closes and semicolon occurs. So we will use it as ending point. Yay, we succeeded somewhat, but there are still some extra characters. So what is the problem? The thing is that we are starting from index of these characters, that means where they start. So we have to add their length also in order to get where they end, means we want to trim them also. Okay, so we will use this block length of these characters. Hey, wait a minute. Why am I subtracting 1 from the length? Just eliminate it. Now finally we have the link, but still our image is not loading. So what is the problem? The problem is that it is some kind of encoded, but I don't know which coding is it that. So decoding it is a bit hard. But we have this magical block. Replace all backslashes with nothing, literally nothing, not even blank space. Okay, so it will eliminate all backslashes. Hey, that's a forward slash, and you have to replace backslash. And there, instead of image link, you have to use refined image link 1. Okay, I got it. Woohoo! We got the images. But that featured post is still looking weird, so we have to do something for that. But first, let us delete that extra text view. I want to show featured post in same list view with other posts, so I will add it to same list map. I need those two elements from that list, so I will copy and place them there and change the parent element id, which is their post. Now it is different. I also need that temporary string and that block which substrings it and extracts only URL from that huge string. And of course that block which adds that map to list map. Now we don't need that block, so we will delete it from here. Delete the actual block delete the linear which holds that post. But I will add a extra key. From other posters also I will add extra key to determine post type. And at onBind custom view I will set styling depending on that key. If it is featured, background color will be teal, otherwise it will be white. Okay, so when we compiled the app, we did not got the featured post. So where could be the problem? I think the problem is there when we are getting the URL of the image. Yeah. Here the image link is in a div element with that class big post image container. So we will place it here. After making that change, when we compiled the app, here it is the featured post, but it still there is no image. And styling of other posters is also disturbed, so we will go back to sketchware, and here at onBind custom view we will add a else statement. In that else statement we will set the styling which we want for other apps, other posters. I think here second element is useless. We can directly get image URL from first element. When looking for the image URL, I messed up the code. After hours of trying, I figured out that in normal posters in that pattern there is a space, but in featured post in that pattern there is no space in between here. That's why when looking for its index, it was not matching while searching. Normally, mistakes like that, tiny mistakes, are too often in programming. It takes hours or days or sometimes minutes or months to figure out a tiny mistake. But if you have someone to talk, two people can figure out problems more easily and more earlier. Okay, now it is fine, but it is looking weird. So let's add some style to it. I will import card view block, circle ripple block, and remove scroll bar block. You can get these blocks from Jokhio Sketch Projects app. Here I will choose in which view I want to add the card view, then set padding margins, how much margins, and then corner radius. You can also make circle views or rounded corners, and elevation, max elevation. I will set prevent corner overlap true. And here background color, you have to pass it in hex codes. I want to set white, so I will pass hash #FF and add circle ripple to your desired widget. I will add it to linear 1. This appears when you tap on that widget. And I want color a shade of gray, so I will type hash AB. I want to remove a scroll bar from the list view, so I will place this block at on create and select the list view from here. The card view needs Android X, so I have to enable app compart library. Now we have the card view and remove the scroll bar. However, the click effect is not working as I expected because linear 1 already have a background, that's why it is conflicting with it. But there are still few things that are not looking well. One, there the tagline there, and second thing, divider height. You can see between those posters a thin line, that is the divider. I want to hide it, so I will set divider height 0. And remove the tagline from here. And here. Okay, you can see that ASD, I have added it for some reason, but it was not working, so I am deleting it. Now this is the final result. By following these tutorials, you can convert any mobile website or even desktop website into Android app. Any design you want, you can achieve. Just you have to understand the logic, how jsoup works, how to utilize its different methods, It has a lot of methods. Currently these blocks are not complete. Yes, they are enough for scraping, but they are not complete. jsoup has a lot more methods, and it is a really powerful library. If you like these tutorials, hit the like button. We may decide to continue or stop depending on the response.